Twa twa twa, atamani mananga, akikama ulivyowa, tushinataka kuongea. Mungu fundi Bwana kama, utapendeza tukisuka shuruma, umenipiga KO, iyo makeup KO, umenipiga KO, nyele KO. Do it for the touch, talk, tick, talk, tick, talk, tick, my seat, talk, tick, talk, tick, talk, tick, talk. Mama, do it for the touch, talk, tick, talk, tick, talk, tick, talk, tick, talk, tick. Ladies, watoto kali mnajijua, sira mwanamke kuringa taka kuna step. Ladies, watoto kali mnajijua, kama umevaa umependeza taka kuna shit. Short or long hair, pretty baby face, hips, lips, kiss, red wine test. Police, dada kupewa kesi, akikuangalia tu unaweza kutoa kadi ya benki. Macho vya kusinzia zile kuibia, utasema kala kitu alafu kimemzidia. Kama inataka kupanda mizuka kajiachia, sarakasi misamba mateki ya sinsia. Chiche limekolea nazi, shikiki msichana, takumwaga razi, anacheza kainama. Ukuti kainuka kasimama, nguo fupi lakini anaona kama inambana. Kipochi chini kamechi na viatu, msala niyo kala na kifiga cha kimanto. Kisema kakatiza mtani atachanganya watu. She smart, she pretty and she know what she want to. Ukikompea we unakuwa tofauti, darasa utile brown is a knockout. Tick tack, tick tack, tick tack, boom. Umenipiga KO.
Wagwan.
Yeah, makeup KO.
Happy Wednesday. 2 minutes past the top of the hour. Karibuni, good morning. You had a beautiful night. For the day.
Do it for the touch, talk, tick, talk, tick, talk, tick, my seat, talk, tick, talk, tick, talk, talk. Mama, do it for the touch, talk, tick, talk, tick, talk, tick, talk, tick, talk, tick.
Karibuni sana this wonderful afternoon, right away from the 254. Hope you guys are doing amazing, having a beautiful Tuesday morning, and welcome to another episode of the Pan-African Bliss. My name is Joby. That is Otile Brown featuring Darasa, playing right here on the mid of the 21st century. The name of the jam is KO, one of my favorites. I hope you guys' week so far is great. Mine is fantastic, can't complain. Ready for the day. I feel kind of energetic today, and that is a good thing, right? I hope you're also feeling amazing and wishing you a beautiful day. For those who are with us on the radio, first-time listeners, kindly subscribe and download our app on the Google Play Store, where you can get yourself our amazing t-shirts, hoodies, amazing information, news and updates of what is happening on a daily, every second, every minute from all over the world. And of course, with our app, you can also get yourself some amazing organic supplements. Today being on a Wednesday, I'm going to keep it actually kind of easy. We're going to be studying or learning something about farming again. Today come with a topic which we're going to be learning about Moringa, the benefits of Moringa tree and how profitable it is. And actually, when I tell you to download our app, is because we also have that product right here. We have Moringa powder, which you can get yourself on the BHFN sports page. So as we learn this, I hope towards the end, you'd have the app on your phone and you'll get yourself the Moringa powder, which you're going to learn the benefits of it. It has oil, it has some flowers. You're going to be learning what actually, how profitable Moringa tree or the seeds or the leaves actually how they are. But with that also being said, we also have other amazing skincare products as well. We have other organic supplements as well. We have beetroot multivitamin. We have different amazing supplements. So ensure you check the page and get yourself some. But for now,
unlock your full potential with Brain and Focus, a powerful supplement designed to boost mental clarity, enhance memory, and sharpen concentration. Made from a blend of scientifically proven ingredients like ginkgo biloba, omega-3, and essential vitamins, Brain and Focus is crafted to fuel your mind. Our process ensures maximum potency and effectiveness, delivering the perfect balance of brain-boosting nutrients. Take just one capsule daily, as prescribed by your healthcare provider, and feel the difference. Whether it's powering through your workday or staying sharp in life's challenges, Brain and Focus keeps you at the top of your game. Stay sharp, stay focused, and stay ahead with Brain and Focus. Brain and Focus, fuel your mind, achieve more. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the sports and nutrition store.
Very affordable price. And as we start with today's conversation, we're gonna, again, like I said, we're gonna be learning something about farming today. I think for some few months I've been sharing a few details here and there on some of the skills. If you have a piece of land or maybe some space in your backyard, what you can do with it, especially in these tough economical times, that would be very, very useful. We've seen, because of the price of oil, which is going higher and higher, most of the food actually, or the price of food is actually going higher as well. So if in case you can stop going to the groceries to get tomatoes, which I believe actually buying tomatoes at a supermarket, personally, I find it super, super crazy. These, I don't even understand. I always worry sometimes. I always judge Africans when I go to the supermarket and I see someone picking like tomatoes or onions or kales or green peas, anything, any vegetable from the supermarket. Why not go to the main market where you can get things fresh, not wrapped up in a clean film and all that? I always judge Africans who do that. But anyway, as we start today, we're going to be learning about how profitable Moringa, which is called the miracle tree, according to the people who have seen the benefits of it and the usefulness of it regarding health-wise and also in terms of business. How actually is it beneficial? This is in Makueni County. Makueni happens to be Ukambani, literally Ukambani. I don't know Makueni how far it is from where my mom is born, but I know Ukambani. It is part of Ukambani people. So hope you learn something today as we start. This is for educational purposes only. Let me put my copyright since YouTube be tripping. This is for educational purposes only. Copyright disclaimer under the section 207 of the Copyright Act. This video is only for education and entertainment purposes. Tafadhali. Now I think we can continue.
In the heart of eastern Kenya lies Makueni County. It is a land of resilience, but also a land of thirst. Here, the changing climate isn't just a headline. It's a daily reality farmers have faced for generations. But in the midst of the dry heat, a revolution is taking root, led by Nicholas Siano, founder of the Drylands Natural Resources Center, is rewriting the script for Makueni's farmers.
Now, something that personally growing up, I don't know why this used to be a myth. The same way Africans have stereotypes about tribes, Kikuyus love money, Kambas love sex and all that, Kikuyus, Luos are braggers, and there's always stereotypes when it comes to tribes. And I don't know if it's all over Africa, but I'm going to speak of Kenya, but I think it's all over Africa. Yes, we do have stereotypes about each other. That's why we don't like each other, and not me. That's why these stereotypes of assuming someone is different from you has kept us divided, if I'm trying to make sense, right? The same thing has been when it comes to even farming. You'll hear, some counties are more fertile. The Luo side or the western side of Kenya is more fertile than the eastern side of Kenya or the northern side of Kenya. Yes, we do have some dry places like Chukana, but I do believe that is also kind of, I do believe the government can do something about it. They just don't want to, you know. They just don't want to. It's a dry land, but there's something that can be done about it to ensure people can practice farming and there's water flow, you know. If you dig a borehole, for example, why do we need someone like Mr. Beast to come all the way to show us we can dig a borehole even in a dry place? You know, it's crazy. But I've seen the same thing when it comes to now the Kamba side, right? I've grown up hearing people saying, oh, you know, the Kamba people, they live in dry places, there's no rain, or there's no food, there's no. And I try look at where I grew up. I've said this a couple of times. I've had my family, my mom's family members, my uncles, my aunties, my grandparents that I don't know if they're my grandparents, but I know they're my grandparents because they're older than my mom. So I've seen them doing farming and it was very profitable. I've spoken about one of my mom's uncle who had a big farm. He was farming oranges, mango. I used to pass there every morning and steal one, you know. I was not borrowing, I was stealing. That is stealing, you're not borrowing. I was stealing. But you come now in Nairobi, you hear people from different tribes say, oh, you know, the Kamba people, they don't have food. These people, they are in dry places. Africans, we need to stop. We need to stop. We need we need to stop. Because most of the places I know in Ukambani, they are very fertile, very magical. Like, we need to stop. This is why people's bullshit of making us think that some places are, and yet they go there and exploit those places while you keep up with the stereotypes and the myths.
Their weapon of choice? A tree, often called the miracle tree.
This is Moringa silly, or we call it sapling, and it's one of the trees we are propagating and DNRC for our farmers. Moringa is a shrub. It doesn't grow to be a very big tree, and it has many uses. We call it superfood because the leaves are nutrients rich, and also the seeds are used for oil, and even the roots are used for medicinal purposes. Let's say you use everything, even the flowers themselves, you can use them as a salad. So it is a multi-purpose tree. It's almost a miracle tree.
Saying, did you know every single part of the tree, leaves, pods, seeds, flowers, and roots is edible or has practical use? Of course, I do know. I do know personally. I do know most of the trees we have, and sadly, these are the trees or some flowers we've grown up around that we were told they are weeds. You know, they're being weeded out of maize or beans when they're growing, cabbages or all that. These are the things that were considered weeds. Because now growing up and coming, I think after meeting some of my family members from my dad's side, some of the things we used to give cows, these are vegetables. These are vegetables that the Luos actually consume a lot. But when you go back to Kambani or the Kikuyu side, these are weeds. We take them out and we give them to the cows, which will give the cows maybe a lot of milk. When you want to milk the cow, those are the type of foods you give them. But now you come back also to, when I came back now meeting the people from another different side of, you know, my family, I discover, wow, these are also eaten by people and the same time can also be eaten by a woman who has given birth so that it can help her produce a lot of milk. You see? So I do know personally what I've learned so far is that many things that we assume are not many things to assume that they're supposed to be thrown away, or they're not profitable, or they're not food. They're actually food. They're medicine, you know? And this, I feel like it also has to come from, there's a video I shared some time back, I think in 2023 or 2024, of these South African women who are talking about how they know how to detect trees, leaves that can heal you in different ways. But they don't just go to the farm and start smelling, or the bush start smelling. They say this is all spiritual. They have to have a message from, of course, the spirits or the higher beings, right? They have to have a message, or to be shown in sight and through dreams, which leaves actually can be curable for certain diseases. So I do know, but I can't tell. As much as I know some of the trees, even when I look at them, I'm like, this can actually help. I don't know. I don't have that much of insight or ability to understand. But I do believe if we're taught from the word go, if we stuck with our roots, our ways of living, these are things we'd have grown up knowing. Trust me.
We aren't just talking about reforestation. We are talking about a multi-dimensional lifeline that addresses malnutrition, water scarcity, and economic survival. This is the story of Moringa.
NRC promotes multi-purpose trees for the farmers' income and other uses. So Moringa is one of the trees we propagate in our nursery, in our big nursery of seeing. And it's one of the trees we give to the farmers so that eventually we use it. We maximize on the uses of it so that farmers can benefit either economically, environmentally, or even socially. Like now, after this is like, let's say 1 month old. Within 3 months, it will be big enough to be planted to the farm. And actually, you can start to see the leaves. Leaves are like when they're used as vegetables. So you start to see as early as once you plant within 6 months, you should be able to.
So also looking at that further, I'm seeing some of the trees that grow on dry farms are critical. They're saying that trees on dry farms are critical components of the climate smart agroforestry, providing shade, enriching soil, and producing fiber, of producing timber or fodder. The ideal species must have deep roots, drought resilience, and the ability to grow near crops without competing aggressively for water. And some of the trees we have is the Makua, Mukau, sounds like Kamba, a premier indigenous timber tree that thrives in Kenya. I said it sounds like Kamba literally, so it's in Kenya. Yeah, that is the arid and semi-arid lands, and it is fast-growing, termite resistant, drops leaves that enrich degraded soil, and its sparse canopy that allows essential sunlight to reach understory crops. We also have the neem, and we have moringa, we have terminalia brownie, we have acacia mellifera. So those are some of the mentioned trees that grow on the dry land. So talking about saying that this is a company that it's called the Dry. You mentioned it's called the Dry. Let me see again. The Dry. Let me see the name again. Yeah, let me see the name again very quickly. Damn it. Of it,
so that farmers can can benefit either economically, environmentally, or even socially.
I bet I'll say it again, but yeah.
We prepare holes during dry season, and there are two ways you do that. You dig 1 foot, you take that soil away, you keep them aside. Then the second one, we call that topsoil. You also dig subsoil, you keep that aside. Then after that, you return the topsoil, which has nutrients. And after that, you prepare the holes waiting for the rains. So that's how we plant, but we start preparing the holes during the dry season.
Yeah, I've done that. I don't know. Yeah, I've done that personally. I remember when I could be allowed to participate in farming. That's what we used to do. So let's say like it's January or February, then it starts raining around March there, right? Or the end of February. So by the end of January, we go to the farm. We have the oxens and all that. They put up the whole lines. Then we go put in the seeds. So you just wait for the rain. Then the plants will start growing.
But when it rains is when we plant.
Oh, there's a plant the rain.
Moringa does well in the dry lands, and as long as the soil has basic nutrients, you will do very well. Yes, it doesn't have very specific soil because our farmers are diverse. Their land is sandy soil, clay soil, loam soil, and it does well as long as it's dry. It's a dry land tree species, so it needs a lot of sun.
For these locals, adaptation wasn't a choice, it was a necessity. Unlike traditional crops that wither when the rain fails, Moringa thrives. It's a climate-smart champion that fixes nitrogen back into the soil, allowing farmers to intercrop maize and beans, and even when the sun is relentless.
There's a way we plant trees in the dry land. So you dip in the water until all the bamboos are finished. That means
I love how Kambas talk in English and even Swahili. Don't mind this English, but this is how they talk, man. But not all of them. But every time you're gonna hear a Kamba talking English or Swahili, it's always just funny. But
now there's enough moisture for the plant to grow the next almost a week without rains.
Yeah.
So this is very important in the dry lands. You dip that, all the bamboos finished. That means now there's enough moisture for the plant to grow for the next 1 week, even if there are no rains. And it also helps to remove the pot this way. Then after that, you hold it carefully, and then the hole you had dug is where you come and plant it. When you put in the hole you had dug in dry season, you cover up to this level. So this is the way you can help. You place it there, then you add soils until it is covered to the level at where it has been growing. This is important in the dry season because even if now you plant and it has never rained for 1 week, then dipping in the water helps to sustain the plant for at least a week before the rain. Now you can water, but assume now they planted during the rain season, then there is no need of watering. But if it's in dry season, you do it. Yes, let's do that.
The farmers here will tell you, this isn't just a crop, it's an insurance policy. It grows 3 meters in a single year, providing shade, soil health, and a harvest that never drops.
This is fast growing tree. So within 3 to 6 months, it will have grown to a level where you can start harvesting the leaves. But within 2 to 3 years, it it will have grown to such tree you have just seen, and they start producing the seed. So within 3 years, we should be getting both the leaves and also seeds for sale and also for oil.
Of Moringa happens after the harvest. DNRC has moved the community beyond mere raw material producers.
This is called the oil press machine. We imported it from China. I wish Kenyans could make such a machine. And the why we brought it was to press the moringa oil and other oil crops like sunflower. What happens with the machine? It's a oil press machine, and this one is very nice. It's you put moringa seeds. Then there is a belt at the back, and we use solar power to run it. So what happens? You press the moringa, then the oil comes from this side. And there is a vacuum. It comes to a cloth, then you vacuum once it is full and it is ready to use. So you clean it. First you press its crude oil, gets to that, and you vacuum, then it's good. Then the machine itself is not hard to run. A lady can do it, a man can do it, so it's a simpler one.
Now imagine if our government invested money in something like this, right? And this is why you, of course, put young people to be employed, and you stop importing things like oil that are full of so much cholesterol, and I don't know what they add there. Imagine just from a tree. So if we just had acres of land, the government can invest in something like this, of course, since they can give the UAE and the rest. Take some acres of land, because this is going to benefit the country, right? So take acres of land, take young people, give them a job, and let them plant as many, because you can see they survive in a dry land, right? They best survive in a dry land. Take young people, let them go plant this majority of the seeds, trees, which once the seeds are ready to be extracted oil from, again, this goes back to the country. They process it, we package, and we take them to the retail, to the shops, to the supermarkets. We supply, and even become maybe suppliers of maybe other countries. Critical thinking, I keep saying, but anyway,
very user-friendly machine.
We can get bigger than that. There's bigger than that, because this is a business you're getting into, not for 1, 2, 3 people. You're gonna have to get bigger machines than this and have a bunch of people working under the same company. So give the young man money, let him show you how to do this, and you're good to go. But no.
It's a very simple machine, and it can press as many as 50 oil seeds. So moringa is one of them. The other is sunflower, but currently, since we are talking about moringa, is what we are pressing for oil. I think you saw our farmers, and then the NRC promotes a tree planting, and one of the tree we give out to the farmers is moringa tree. So they have been planted for a very long time, I think since 2007. So their trees are matured, and that necessitated us to bring the machine, because they have now the seeds which we can press and sell the oil. So our supply for moringa seeds actually our farmers. But when we have less of it, we can also get from other regions.
it's funny? I grew up seeing these things and I used to play with them. I didn't know nothing. Man, I've grown up seeing these things and we used to play with them. I think the only thing that is I used to love, you see those white stuff that are on the corner. I used to love eating them. I used to remove because they're kind of salty. This is how they taste. It's all just like, have them in my mouth till they melt like a sweet, and then I throw away the seed. Wow. Wow, this is crazy. This is what I'm telling you. We've grown up with so many things we don't even know what the hell they are. So crazy.
Moringa is one of the products we have already have. Actually, other fruits you saw and all that, they are on pipeline. Their time will come. But currently, Moringa is ready. Now we also got a market for it. So we are pressing the oil, and that oil we sell it to a company in the UK called Lash.
You see, not being sold in Kenya. It's being sold to a company in the UK. This, man, why people always know shit that we don't, it's crazy. This is oil that should be supplied within Africa, within Kenya. We should not be importing. Since we have sunflower, we can literally be doing all this in this country, but we have to wait until Iran and America are fighting now. We can't, no more cooking oil prices are going up, or no more garlic flour, no more. What the hell, man? We're the biggest producers of tea, but I shared that video. What we get even from the tea, what we have in terms of tea here is garbage. Based on what these countries that benefit from Kenya, what they get, the first grade of everything, we get the garbage. And I can actually tell because personally, when I use a tea bag, I can only use a tea bag like twice because I take 2 cups of tea normally. So I'll use a tea bag like twice, but when I use the same tea bag twice, I'll have to add another one because I'm like, this shit is not enough. Like, I need more. Like, I need more. And I kind of ask myself, I remember growing up how companies or tea companies like Ketepa used to be the best. Like, you could just put a little bit and oh my God, and the smell. But nowadays, you can't even, there's not even that scent of tea. I don't know if I'm making sense, but damn, this is so disappointing. It's good for him. He found a market, but sad because this market should have started here. I wonder how much he benefits and if probably what he benefits, is it really what he should be benefiting? Because we know white people are naturally exploiters. And Africans not being taught well, when you see a white person approaching you on a business level, you think, oh my God, I've nailed it. You don't even see or try to do research on, oh, fine. So, but let me do research on how much this in today's world, if I sell you maybe 1 liter or 2 liters, how much it's supposed to be costing me, and how much am I going to be transporting or exporting to you. They see, oh, it's a mzungu, you say this dollars, but you're not going to the real statistics of what or how today's market operates if you sell 1, let's say, barrel of Moringa oil. This is so sad. This is so sad. These are the projects that the government should be investing in. And I bet you probably the same, because he's supplying. I wonder how many people, of course, from Africa who know this, of course, also supply to the UK on probably the same companies, and then they sell it back to us in Africa, double or triple the price. Oh my God, this shit is crazy because Moringa products are really expensive. Shout out to Iwaton. She used to use that Moringa powder and a lot of bunch of chemicals. I am not chemicals. I mean, those organic supplements. She used to drink all those spinach and mix in all those organic supplements. I never tried them personally. I think I need to, but yeah, I never tried them. But I used to like the seed when I was young, so it explains a lot.
So Moringa also has a lot of uses.
Wow, man. That Moringa is a complete plant protein containing all 9 essential amino acids that human body can't produce on its own. So you need Moringa powder. It's on the BHFN sports page. Get yourself one. It's there. When I'm gonna go to Kambani, when I'm gonna go to maybe my uncle's side, I'm gonna show you guys. Like, we have those. I never knew that is Moringa, being honest. I never knew. I'm actually even learning all this today with you guys. I never knew. I've grown up seeing this thing, and I used to play with them. I just used to like, because it's salty, it has like, some nice saltiness. I'm like, damn, this is good. And then when the salt is done, I just throw it. It has like some nice saltiness, it's just good. So when I go to Kambani, I'm gonna film and show you. I bet I'm gonna find them somewhere. I will.
The whole process of Moringa is the farmers harvest it, then bring it to the NRC, and the NRC weighs the Moringa. We pay. In fact, we are paying a kilo of Moringa seeds $250. We defeather it, then we press for oil and we sell the oil. So at the end of the day, the farmer makes money. The NRC also makes money for sustainability. Moringa seeds is also, you dry it for some time. Once we get from the farmers.
Yeah, because it has to be dry. Yeah. And when it's dry, it's even more. I mean, it's salt. It's good. It's really, really good. Man, I can't believe this. It's crazy.
We do something called defeathering. You keep it in the sun. Once it's dry enough, now you press. Right. But we keep on storing. So anytime we want to press, there's always, we store first the seeds. And then when we want to press the oil, we start doing that.
Wow. Oh my God, I can't believe this. This is crazy. I grew up seeing these things. I never really knew this was benefit. This is crazy. This is so mind-blowing, I'm telling you. It's crazy. Karibu Kid.
Karibu Sana. Let me say something real quick and leave.
Okay.
What he's doing, you're talking about added value. He's not doing any added value to the Moringa. Moringa has so many purposes: medicinal, beauty. All these products can be made from moringas and sold in Kenya, but you're giving it all the way to Europe, and they refine it and bring it back to you. It's the same African scam.
Mm-hmm.
You send to England, France, whatever. They refine it and make products out of it, and then they sell it back to you.
Exactly.
It's constantly like over and over again with you goofy Africans, huh? That shit just crazy. Like Jesus Christ, refined stuff. Come on, I told them, boy, we're not selling. I know. Well, newsflash. Well, we got coffee. We're about to start the coffee plantation too. But I said, even though we're gonna export it to Azerbaijan, because tomorrow looking that up, how can we get Kenyan coffee in Azerbaijan? Because they use Turkish coffee and some other shit. But I said, but we need to think about added value tomorrow. We need to think about making our own coffee brand.
Mm-hmm.
And if we got to open our own coffee shop like they do in America, like a Starbucks, that's what we got to do. So we have our own marketing. We market to ourselves Just like if I'm gonna do the chickens again with the eggs, we always sell eggs. I don't need to market no eggs. We always sell them at that place. And so more than I can ever damn produce. But you get added value, guys. You guys got to stop just farming stuff and being raw material to the world. You got to look at the added values when you make the money. It's called the the seller's food chain. You got to go up on the food chain and get added value to stuff. Like, okay, let's say, like, even though we know Africa has cobalt, coltan, right? What's the added value? Added value is the goddamn smartphone. It's the iPhone and the galaxies and the, without the cobalt and the coltan, you can't have the iPhone. You can't have the galaxies and all that. So you got to start getting the added value from the resources that are only in Africa. That's so if you got the moringa and some of the things you can make it. I know in the beginning, I get it. You got to sell it because you don't got no money. But after you start making some income from selling it to Britain, selling that shit to the English, you take that, you start building a refinery plant, and then you say, okay, what products can I make out of moringa? That's into that. Moringa soap, they got moringa conditioner, moringa everything. So you start making that shit. You start getting the value out of the crop. Not sending it to white people, so they make all the money and sell the shit back to you. Exactly. You at the bottom of the food chain. You just growing the shit, so you always gonna be the one that's poor.
Exactly what I said. Exactly what I said. Why are we selling it to the UK? These are the things that the government should be investing money in instead of giving land to the UAE. Take those pieces of land you're giving out for free and invest in this young man who is going to give other young men or women job opportunities and build a processing company, and let us be the suppliers in some other African countries, which is going to improve our own economy, literally, and other economies, instead of them paying heavy taxes to import things that they have exported. It's so crazy. So crazy.
Well, it's crazy, but you got to say that's where the Europeans set it up. Europeans set up for Africa is to fail. Africa is not to do cross. It doesn't make no sense for Africans not to have trade with one another. You're the next country over. But they don't. They have trade with the colonial masters, benefiting the colonial masters, not to benefit the Africans. And their trade system is to always keep Africans poor. That's the scam.
Exactly.
Moringa, like what you saw, the machine is it's a very efficient machine. There's a place where you feed the seeds. Then once the machine is on, it presses. I think there's a screw which presses. Then the oil will come from one side, the cake goes to the other side. And for your information, the cake is also a byproduct we can be used for value addition. We are keeping it to make chicken feed and all that.
It can also be used to make chicken feed.
The chicken feed, exactly. We said value added, exactly. Besides chicken feed, exactly. Value added, but what else are you making besides chicken feed? That's true. That's good. You got to think about value add, exactly.
It is how it's an easier process.
Saying using moringa as a livestock fodder has been shown to significantly increase milk production and weight gain in cattle. Interesting.
That's what you said. Ain't that what you said earlier?
No, yeah, I say that for me, there's some weeds when growing up. Let's say when you go back to the farm, you want to weed out some weeds out of the crops. We used to throw them away, but now after meeting some of the family members from my dad's side, this is a vegetable that is cooked, and it was same way.
But you also said it was good for milk. That's what you said.
Yeah. Some of them were good for milk, so we were giving them to the cows because of milking, and then it's also the same to the woman who has given
Women,
birth.
women, yeah,
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense.
The oil itself is what is very valuable because it makes cosmetics. It's very good for your skin. And for your information, the oil is very good for apply on your skin. It says it is anti-aging. It makes one to have, not to have wrinkles because it heals the skin and it improves the skin tone. Yes, I think that's why many people now are turning to it because they use for cosmetics and also to apply. Then the byproduct also, there's a bit of oil, which now you can add value like sunflower cake. You mix with other even grains and you can make feed for the animal.
By crushing the seeds, they produce a liquid gold prized by the global cosmetic industry. The leaves are transformed into a nutrient-dense powder, a powerhouse of vitamins and protein.
We add Moringa value through the oil and also the pod. Like if you will be able to see our powder, what happens, the farmers harvest the leaves, we dry them under the shade, and we manually make powder. We package that for sale. The oil, the powder is very nutritious, very rich in a lot of vitamins, especially E, vitamin C. And if you Google, you can get all the information about Moringa. The oil itself also is equally as high value because it itself is, I think some people also kind of drink it, I don't know, but we use it for mostly for apply on your skin, and it's very good.
This is where the narrative shifts. Through a strategic buyback scheme, the center ensures that the profits stay in Makueni. Whether it's treating contaminated water from earth dams with crushed seeds or selling the powder to local and international markets, this is value addition at its most impactful.
And I believe one of the problems also why he'd get a market in the UK or other countries instead of Africa is because us ourselves, we don't know the benefits of these things. Like I've said, we have so many trees, so many plants that are around us, and we don't know the benefits because that African dependency on the organic living things has been completely taken away from us, where we depend on more processed, chemicalized products. Take a look at what do I say? A lot of things, literally, we know that they are being tampered with. And that's what we get in Africa, while these people get the real raw products from the continent. Because I was shocked the first thing he said that the market he got is in the UK. Fine, good, but does he even know? Because those are some of the things we've seen when it comes to the African market of making profit on its own materials or goods. What we're being given and what should be earned is totally different. You go look at what someone is supposed to be gaining, selling 1 ounce of gold, and what they're being given is totally different.
Of course, look at your gold. I give you goofy niggas $2 and a price of gold per ounce is like $4,000, and I give you $2. Here you go, goofy nigga.
Exactly. So the problem is that we're not taught the benefits of our own products. We don't even know. So that's why we're being taken advantage of. And then we have people who have completely failed, not only to invest in education, but also invest on people who have this little information that can actually change and transform many lives and the economy of this country, literally.
In Kenya, the biggest challenge is people are not aware of the benefits.
See, I didn't even know this guy said that. Trust me, I didn't even know, because I didn't get to the video to all that, but I didn't even know. But I have seen it. That's why I'm saying shout out to you, Aton. She used to keep up with all that. Man, I was like, hell no, man, I'm sorry, I'm not doing all that, you know. I don't feel like I have any health problems. And sadly, we're not supposed to be having health problems so that we can rush to these supplements, organic supplements. We're supposed to be generally taking them. They're supposed to be actually part of our either before meal or after meal, because they help us in the body in different ways. Whether it's moringa, whether it's beetroot, whether it's watermelon, whatever you're taking, they all have or serve different purposes in the body. So we're supposed to be making them part of after or before meal. But sadly, because this is not even taught in school, we're taught the legs of a grasshopper, how to catch a grasshopper and stick it to the chart. You know, those are the type of things actually we're learning. I'm not even kidding. Catch a butterfly and stick it somewhere. That is some homework. Instead of you being told, go to the farm, find us this type of plant, identify. Since you've learned this, and go and identify, bring it, and let's actually do this practically, see the benefits or whatever. Just putting things into skills and practical. This is not the education of being taught without, you know, what the hell, man. That's why it's not going to be considered or profitable to you here in the country, because people are not aware.
But why abroad they are so keen on buying moringa oil and also moringa powder? Because they are aware. But currently I've started seeing now Kenyans getting aware of it. I'm seeing some people coming for powder, for oil.
Yeah, the powder is kind of selling. I've seen that.
They have been using it, and once they get information, I think the market will grow. Yes, the biggest challenge is also awareness. Once people are aware the uses, they'll actually start buying. And we are passing that slowly to their farmers. I think moringa, the biggest challenge for now is, although you can consume it, the biggest challenge is also the market, because people are not so much aware. So you are producing it and there's no ready market. That way you can be stuck with it. Although you can use it, but if you have an extra, it will be very hard for you to sell. Then the other challenge is, if you're in a very cold places, moringa doesn't do well.
Okay, that answers your question, Jibajaba, exactly, because I googled that, so I think that answers your question. It says moringa is highly sensitive to cold weather. While mature, established trees can survive brief light frost that is about 1 degree Celsius. I don't know. That is in Fahrenheit. I have to check. Prolonged cold and freezing temperature will kill them. It will kill them. So
as well in the dry land. So where there is not a lot of sand to plant, it becomes a challenge. But in dry lands is one of the best trees you can plant for value addition. The powder, you can do it manually. You don't really need capital, because you need mortar and kiln, and also a place where you can dry it under shade. For the oil, they are manual ones. You can start those ones. But like now, the China machine, they are not expensive. Because this one we bought about 200,000. We had to pay a lot of taxes. I think the tax increased almost doubled the price. But also it's affordable. If farmers come together, they can actually afford the machine. Maybe a loan is expensive, but with the other...
That small machine is 200,000. Man, Africa. This small machine is 200,000 Kenyan shillings. Just metals. And if you find someone with skill and invest in this, and let it be told to majority of the people, we can produce bigger machines than those ones. and make them affordable. 200,000 for this small machine. And I bet in where he bought it there, it's very cheaper for those people. This is crazy, man.
A group, you can easily afford it.
As we look across these once degraded lands, it's clear that the Moringa tree is more than just a plant. It is a symbol of what is possible when indigenous knowledge meets visionary leadership.
You know, people are talking of tree planting. And what you need to be aware of tree planting is when you are planting trees among the poor farmers and you talk of environment, actually that doesn't sell. But if you talk of making money, then that way they will plant. So Moringa is being promoted the fact that they want to sell the seeds to make money. I think money has a lot of power to change people. So even as the government wants to plant trees for carbon credits, carbon offsets, they should also bring the economical aspect, the money part of it. And that's why for us to
talking that fake carbon credit shit. See, that propaganda that got in this man's mind is that's all a scam. For white people come and steal your land to make sure you don't develop. To make sure Africans don't industrialize and develop, and those jobs go to you to keep going to Europe. That's a scam. Now remember, but your puppet governments have been told these are scams to make sure you stay in power. And it's the way that they can buy up all your land. Let them come back stealing your land. Right.
Because farmer plants, after 2 years to 3 years, they can bring seeds. A kilo is 250 shillings. Once they go and they plant more, because that way they make better choices for their land. If they know they plant and they make more money, they do it, even without any push. And it's one of the...
So this is in Western Kenya, Joby?
People not to do mono, but to have diversity.
Pardon?
This is in Western Kenya? I said this is in Western Kenya? I mean Eastern Kenya, right? This is Eastern Kenya, right?
Yes, Eastern.
So
yes.
Is it over by Mombasa or not too far? Or I don't think we could, because I think on our farm we couldn't grow Moringa. I would think about growing Moringa too because it's such a profitable seed, but I don't think we can grow. I think it gets too cold. It gets too cold on our farm up there near Dorrit. And I'm not about to build no more greenhouses for no damn Moringa. So Western Kenya, you guys show me where that county's at. How much is land over there, Joby?
It's in the southern Eastern Kenya. That is the border
of southeast. So it's over there close to Tanzania.
They're saying it's the border of Kajiado County to the west of Machakos County to the north, Kitui County. I don't know. I've never been to Makueni, so I'll be lying if I know literally where exactly it is. But
look if it's near the border, Joe. Look down. You got a map. Look down if it's near Tanzania. If it's southeast, it's saying it means it's somewhere near the damn border.
I think so. Yeah, because Kajiado County borders Namanga, so they're saying it borders Kajiado County, so probably somewhere around.
Ask Google real quick. Ask Google what's the price for what's the average price for an acre of land in that county, Joe? In that area. If it's dry, it's gotta be cheaper than when all that because the west part of Kenya is fertile. Eastern's usually dry. So how much just as a general, how much an acre of land is it saying?
400,000 Kenyan shillings to 1.5 million per acre, depending on the
damn! Yeah, I told you talking about. If you guys I think Joe said that in English. Prices in Africa are 10 times higher for land than it is in America, because Joe said 1.2 million. 1.2 million is like $20,000. For 1 acre. See, that's like 20,000. I know I'm close. I can't, because since I do so much conversion in Kenyan shilling, I kind of know now. So how much, Toby, say, ask you, how much is 1.2 million Kenyan shillings in American money? Yeah, ask you, how much is 1.2 million Kenyan shillings in American money? That's about $20,000. How much is that?
It's 1.5. That is 11,500 USD.
11,000. Okay, that's not too bad. I thought about 20,000. So 1.2 million is 11,000.
1.5
Okay,
million.
I mean 1.5. That's good. So there you go. Now that's high. That's still high. That's actually cheaper. No, it's not. That's more expensive because the land I bought. No, it's not. Because the land I bought in Ecuador for 2 acres is like $16,000. So that's just 1 acre for 11. So 2 acres. So 2 acres would be $22,000. 2 acres. So, God damn. 2 acres is $22,000. Man, don't know how much. What? How can the average Kenyan own land and land? Don't tell me land ain't expensive in no fucking Africa. Now do this for me real quick, Jimmy. I'm not taking over the short one. I want to do the comparison. Say, what's the average cost of 1 acre of land in the United States? Of course, it's going to be, just say average. They're going to say, oh, it depends on when you add. Of course, we're not talking about New York or LA. That'd be minimum, it's average. Say, what's the average cost of an acre of land in the United States? The answer is $11,000.
3,800.
That's right. That's right. Exactly, about 3,000. Nobody just gave you some shit in Africa. That's 4 times the cost of that shit. When I got the ticket, I bought that land and I was like, God damn! Motherfucker! Land is expensive in Africa. Those are, come to Africa and buy some land. I can't afford to buy no land, Joey. I can't afford to buy no land. Now I can come to Africa, get some apartment. I can't afford no land. Shit, goddamn. But anyway, I just want to explain how, if you're going to buy land in Africa, guys, you know, I always like to be upfront with you. In Kenya, I don't know what it is in Ghana, but Kenya land's expensive. It'll blow back your head. That's why if you got ancestral land in Kenya, I would never sell it. Never. Good grief, land in Kenya is, you just seen 1 acre is $11,000, and that's in a dry county. Dry. So the main 1 acre in America is only $3,000. That's what I said when I was buying that land from that guy from the Moringa. I said, how much is he saying? How much? God damn. And he was like, land don't cost that much in America? Hell no. Shit. So, Joey, I better keep y'all ancestral fund. I don't know how people buy land in Africa. Not in Kenya. Land is expensive. If you got some land in Kenya, you better not never sell it. That shit, you'll never get it back. It's going, because land only goes higher. If it's always selling at that right now, 10 years from now, it'll be twice that much. Land in Africa, boy. Oh, shit. But anyway, damn, 11,000. So I'm like, wow, if I was to buy land over there, 1 acre, and you need more than 1 acre to buy to build Moringa. But anyway, go ahead, Jeff.
Plant the only Moringa alone. You need to diversify a lot of trees, species you want to plant, so that you also diversify the income, and also you work with nature, because nature itself is diverse. So immediately you start doing mono, then you face a lot of challenges. Moringa is also, we say it's very good agroforestry. So you can plant with other crops, but trees you want to intercrop with a nitrogen fixing, and you give them enough space to grow. Because if you are growing for leaves, it needs a bigger space and also for seeds. So as much as you want to plant with other species, you want also to space that. Now the information is in Google, and I really encourage people to Google Moringa powder, the uses, Moringa oil, the uses, and also the medicinal part of it. So it is a miracle tree, and it's a tree you want to. It has so many uses, especially from even the roots themselves. The roots are also medicinal. You can eat the flowers, you can eat the leaves, you can eat the seeds. And also you can use it. I think it also makes...
I tell you, lack of information is really, really bad. I'm trying to imagine myself as a kid, how I used to play with these things, man. I used to take those leaves and it used to, make me happy just doing and just throwing them and wasting them. Now look at me. This is crazy, man. Lack of information is really, really bad. Really bad. Because I believe actually if I go to the village and take these leaves, the same thing, dry them in the sun, even with a blender, you can still make this powder. You can, from the leaves. I don't know about the extraction of the oil that requires this kind of a machine.
The oil, you press it down, Joby, in a machine. They got a machine in there. Yeah, you press the leaves down until you would get the oil out of it. So you just press the seed down, and you would get that oil out of it, and you would just sell the oil, or you would refine the oil into some kind of other product. But making powder, you can do that yourself at the house and put added value yourself and come up with a marketing. The whole thing about that, what white people are really good at, they're good at marketing. So if you want to make somebody want your Moringa powder, so the best, the thing would be to market it. If you get to market it, that builds your customer base. Then you got it, because you own the land, you own the Moringa plant. Now you just got to find your market. So you'd have to market it, and all the money goes to you. Once you get yourself build a customer base, you would do that through marketing, and so you have all avenues of production. So it means you got all avenues of that money. There's no middleman. You got you built your market. You own means of production, the farm. You own the plants. You own the processing of it into powder, and you built the market. So it's win-win-win. That's how you become a millionaire.
Good for fire.
With Moringa.
Purpose tree, which I will really encourage people to plant.
The same ancient, I don't know how to read that, Ayurvedic medicine claimed that the Moringa tree helped the treatment of over 300 different diseases.
Yeah, it's called the miracle tree, Joby. You know, ancient African herb that was all over Africa, from Kenya to Ghana, Nigeria, used it to heal us as people. So, but sadly, a lot of those traditions were lost to colonization.
Seeds.
But never said Moringa booty oil.
I think 7 to 10 kilos of Moringa seeds.
Well, hey, if you can market it, Spikes and buy it. Spikes always looking for something to rub on somebody's booty. So
1 liter we say around
I don't
4,000
know why I
to
said
5,000.
spikes. That made me, when you said booty oil, I was thinking about spikes in that damn oil, that cooking oil put on them damn women with his nutty ass.
It should be like 2,000 a liter. I'll not want it to be like a quail business. Actually, Moringa oil, it is market. I mean, it makes money, but you have to have market for it. And the market has to be sustainable. Because
exactly. That's what I said.
No
see, he's smart. I said you got to create the market. Exactly. So if that means you got to be good at marketing for Kenyans. You got to create the market. If you ever create the market, like I said, if I'm gonna start buying chickens and eggs, I don't need no more. I don't need to make no commercials and market no eggs. Kenyans eat a lot of eggs. I noticed that. I ain't got to never market no eggs because just with the little store we got, I run out of eggs all the time.
Yeah, we do eat a lot of. We eat a lot of eggs, literally.
Yeah, exactly. So I need to me knowing the market. I know I ain't got to market no eggs. All the chickens I'm gonna build and all producing the eggs, right? I already got a ready-made market because I own the stores. I'm gonna create another 2 or 3 more stores. So I'm not gonna have to market the eggs. So it's going Kenyans eat. So with the Moringa, like Joe said, you got to bring knowledge and them knowing what it's for, right? Mm-hmm. So you got to bring the knowledge there. But if you can bring the knowledge there, show Africans, okay, what's the benefits? It's good for your skin. Understand? Especially African women like you. African women want to look pretty. They like that. So, because you got them skin bleach. Imagine how they market that with the self-hate. That works. So imagine you guys. It's true, Joey. They had to market that shit. Self-hate. You marketed that shit. To hate yourself and throw that shit on your skin. So imagine you do the reverse of that with Moringa and show, a couple of beautiful women like Joby and them, with beautiful skin. African women go up and say, whoa, that's what Moringa do? Yeah. You want to tell me, hey, you also got to drink water. Have a good diet, but we ain't going to say all that. Look what it does. And so once you get in the mind of women, your market, because women talk to other women. Women are great. If you get women, you're going to become a millionaire. Women are good at talking to each other and word of mouth. Oh, what do you use on your skin? Girl, I use this right here, this Moringa stuff. Oh, where you get that at? Boom, gotcha. So, go ahead, Joey.
But once you have a market, it's a good business. And also you want to promote local market so that at the end of the day, you are not only tied to external market alone, but also locally you can sell. That way you are safe and you are more sustainable than to just rely on one market. Then once it goes, you are stuck.
Yeah, so that is in Makueni. I have to ask someone who knows literally Makueni well, because man, Ukambani is big. Ukambani is really big. I don't know Makueni well. I don't know if it's near Mombasa, but I know I've seen it's near Kajiado County. I don't even know it's literally on the border of Kajiado County. I've never been to Makueni, ever. Never been there. But yeah, that has been the conversation for today. I hope you guys have learned a thing or two. So you can see the benefits of Moringa, literally. We keep on telling you we have these supplements on our sports page, the Black Hot Fire Network sports page. If you're looking for Moringa powder, it is right there. So in case you've been looking for some information, you've been lazy to download or Google about the benefits, there it goes. It doesn't have to be.
I understand what Joby's saying. We have Moringa powder, right? We don't got the Moringa butt oil that Jibba Jabba's talking about. We don't sell that.
Yeah,
you got to get your Moringa butt oil from someplace else. We don't sell that. So my apologies. My bad. You got to get your butt oil from someplace else.
Yeah, but you can still get the oil maybe in other stores. Just be careful because there are scammers. There are people who are gonna put some different type of oils there and then put a sticker saying it's moringa and it's not. So you won't see even the benefits of it. Be careful also buying these products because people become super smart. People will mix some shit there, even their own shit, dry their shit
Uh-oh.
and put it on a pan
Uh-oh.
and sell it to you.
But don't mix your shit in
You
the
know,
powder. I don't want your
be
little shit
careful.
up in there.
You know, shit, until you come to your apply shit on your face, like, dang, the hell is smelling
Also,
like that? You know?
since I'm driving, Joe, I want you to write down today's show. Right. So
Mm-hmm.
you this gonna be the title for today's show. It's gonna be um from eating babies. No, say eating. I had it in my head. I stopped and got my damn Mexican food.
Mm-hmm.
Eating babies, pedophilia, and bestiality. Say eating babies. No, say from eat from. Say from eating babies, pedophilia to bestiality. What has what would I say? Yeah, eating babies, pedophilia, bestiality. Who? Oh no, no. Then say who are we talking about? Question mark. Eating babies, pedophilia. Man, the amount of these dudes are getting caught with these dogs recently is crazy. You had a doctor and his wife set up a secret camera in Texas caught him fucking the dog.
I saw it.
You
I
saw
saw
it
it.
already? You saw it,
Yeah.
Joey? He thought he was having prostitutes in there, but he was fucking the dog.
Even that's crazy. They have children. That's even more crazy.
Yeah, and then you got some Jewish guy who was just released out of prison, supposed to be given a life sentence for fucking his son and his son's friend. But
Wow.
of course, he's a J. He just got let out of jail in Texas, another Texas, more Texas shit. so, no. Say, no. Say, yeah. Eat from eating babies, pedophilia, and bestiality. Say, whose culture is this? Then question mark. Whose culture is this? Question mark. There you go. That's it.
All right.
Yeah. I'll let you go.
Have yourself some beautiful rest part of
Yeah.
your morning. Thank you for
Yeah.
joining. Jiba Jaba, thank you for tuning in. I see you saying you love the conversation. I'm glad you enjoy each and every bit of it. And I also see you're saying that I bet that keeps the teeth clean and freshes the breath. You know, actually, back then, we never used to, like in the village, you don't use toothbrushes. We
I'll
use,
use the bark, the tree.
yeah, and it actually cleans your teeth very well,
It's,
really,
it's
really.
actually better, Joe.
Mm-hmm. And I
Sorry,
see,
sorry,
yeah,
Joby, the African. I know you're civilized now, but the African way was better. Sorry.
I never said I didn't like the old way. I enjoy it. If I get the things, I'm still gonna put them on my, walk with them everywhere. That's even the
Uh,
unshameful part of it. You walk with them on your path, so you can just remove them anywhere, and everyone is minding their business. Unlike having the normal toothbrush, I'm gonna be looking at you crazy. And can Moringa survive in the cold? No, I think we talked about
no,
that.
I can't. That thought about growing like Joby said. I think up in the door where we got. I'm gonna put Joby. Joby wants to do farm work. We're gonna take her to the farm and put her ass out there, do some work.
I wouldn't mind if it's planting seeds. That's the joyful part. I love planting, like putting the seed
All
in
right.
the ground.
Remember that. No, I want you to say no. It's the weekend, Joby. We driving all the way up there to plant some seeds.
Yeah, I'll ensure my nails are not done because I'm not gonna
Yeah.
damage my nails before
But
that.
no, of course not. We don't want that out there. We don't want that to happen.
So much love, family. Have yourself some beautiful
What's
rest.
up,
But we're
fam?
gonna be coming back in a few with the two bonges. So kindly tune in and see what we're gonna be bonging about. Peace, and I'm out.